Hey guys, welcome to French 2 Module 4. Alright, so today is rather quick. It's a lot of stuff that you know already from last year, but we're just reviewing to make sure that you have it in your noggin so that we can progress this year. Alright, so first of all, let's do some ER, RE, and IR verbs. So we'll pick aimer, to love, as our ER verb. And we're just doing this as a template to remind you of how to conjugate an ER verb. So here we go. J'aime, tu aimes, il, elle, on aime, nous aimons, vous aimez, ils, elles aiment. Let's do finir for our IR verb. Je finis, tu finis, il, elle, on finit, et nous finissons, vous finissez, ils, elles finissent. Let's do attendre for our RE verb. J'attends, tu attends, il, elle, on attend, nous attendons, vous attendez, ils, elles attendent. Alright, so if you need to, pause the video and fill in this chart. Next up, let's do faire. Je fais, tu fais, il, elle, on fait, nous faisons, vous faites, ils, elles font. And you may remember from last year, but this is not a regular verb, so it doesn't fit into any category. It's just on its own. Let's do avoir. J'ai, tu as, il, elle, on a, nous avons, vous avez, ils, elles ont. Let's do venir. Je viens, tu viens, il, elle, on vient, nous venons, vous venez, ils, elles vont. And those verbs are faire, to do, avoir, to have, and venir, to come. Next up, let's review aller, to go. Je vais, tu vas, il, elle, on va, nous allons, vous allez, ils, elles vont. Let's do être, to be. Je suis, tu es, il, elle, on est, nous sommes, vous êtes, ils, elles sont. And that vous êtes should read E-T-E-S. Let me just fix it. There we go. Okay, vous êtes, ils, elles sont. All right, let's review a few things from last year. Just some random infinitives and a few other words that we want to make sure you remember. So on the left, we have a bunch of infinitives, and on the right, we have some connector words. To go is aller, to be is être, to come is venir, but is mais, to do or to make is faire, or is ou, to have is avoir, and is et, to eat is manger, with is avec, finish to finish, finir, to wait, attendre, because, parce que. Okay, just a few things that you need to be reminded of. All right, now take a fast self-test. It should be in your workbook. Let's see how fast you can fill out the next page, Module 4, Unit 3. It's a double check on what you know and what you remember. So don't look back at the answers and give yourself, I'd say about 10 minutes to complete this chart. Pause the video right now and see if you can do it. All right, so next up, let's just check your work. There is il y a, maybe, peut-être. There are, il y a. If, si. I think that. Je pense que. There, I. I believe that. Je crois que. Some of, on. Who, qui est-ce que. Someone, quelqu'un. What, qu'est-ce que. Something, quelque chose. Where, où est-ce que. Nothing, rien. Why, pourquoi est-ce que. No one, personne. How, comment est-ce que. To be in the middle of, être en train de. When, quand est-ce que. That, que. With who, avec qui est-ce que. All right, and then on the right-hand column, we start doing the tenses, okay? I am doing is le présent. How many? Combien de? I just did le passé récent. the three forms of a or an, un, une, des. I'm going to do, le futur proche. The four forms of the, le, la, le, les. I did, le passé composé. The four forms of at or to, au, à la, à le, au. I was doing, l'imparfait. The four forms of or from, du, de la, de le, des. I will do, le futur. Which, what, quel. Remember those are masculine, singular, masculine, plural, feminine, singular, feminine, plural. I could or would do, le conditionnel. All, tout, toutes. I have done, le plus que parfait. And then we need to answer a couple of questions on the left-hand side. What is the rule of adjective agreement? If you have that the adjective must agree with the noun and number and gender, then you were right. Doing, le participe présent. And then how do you make a sentence negative? Oh, that should say negative, not negative. You put ne and pas around the verb, so ne, verbe, pas. And then the possessive adjectives. Mon mamé, ton tâté, son sacé, notre no, votre veau, leur. All right, if you did pretty well on this sheet, give yourself a score. And if you made a 95% or above, you're doing just fine. If you're doing if you did 85% or above, you have some review to do this week. And if you did below that, then it's okay. Just take this moment as a learning moment instead of a review moment and learn this stuff before you go on to next week. Next up, we have a bunch of new verbs, okay? And these verbs are in your Quizlet, so you don't have to copy them down right now, but I'm going to read them to you so you can hear how they're pronounced. And this week you'll be memorizing them as well. Abdiquer, abhorrer, abîmer, affamer, bafouiller, bavarder, bousculer, clignoter, coûter, débarrasser, décoller, déplumer, envoûter, flairer, givrer, admettre, apparaître, apprendre, atteindre, traduire, se taire, comprendre, conduire, vaincre, construire, décrire, descendre, détruire, accomplir, avertir, bénir, choisir, embellir, envahir, établir, étourdir, grandir, grossir, guérir, maigrir, nourrir, obéir, punir. All right, so lots of these sound exactly like they sound in English, which makes this list a lot easier to memorize, and that's good. All right, that's the end of the lecture part of French 2 Module 4. I'll see you in Module 5.